Hello my loves, welcome back to my channel and to another video. I am here with my Christmas December TBR and I am so excited. I'm getting all in the festive season. I'm obsessed with this jumper. It's from Stitch S. It's got most of my favourite Christmas movies on it and I'm just really excited. I am going to be taking part in one main readathon for the month of December and I'm so excited for it. It is Reindeerathon. And I have never done this readathon before. I'm really excited. It was created by Break Even Books. I will leave their channel down below. And you get assigned a team and I am going to be on Team Candy Cane, which our team co-hosts are Vanessa from Read with Dr. B and Hannah from Hannah Lisa Lore, and I'm really excited. I've never done this readathon before, but it looked a lot of fun and I'm really in the mood for Christmas romance. That's kind of all I want to read, so I think this is going to be perfect. So the majority of this TBR is going to be Christmas romance, wintry books, festive books, and I'm just really excited. So without further ado, let me talk you through the prompts and the rules of the readathon and what books I have picked out for each reading prompt. Okay guys, so how the readathon works, Reindeer Readathon. So we have 9 reading prompts and 6 bonus prompts, and they're all, the main reading prompts are all named after the 12 reindeers, which I think is really cute. And then we also have 6 bonus prompts, and we can only complete the book in order to claim the prompt. We can't double up on any of the main reading prompts, but we can double up on the bonus prompts for one book that we've used for the main reading prompt. So the bonuses must be used in conjunction with an existing prompt. It does not count as an additional book, so we can't use a different book for the bonus prompts. So hopefully that makes sense. We have points ranging from 10 points up to 50 points. 50 points is for the slaying it prompt, which is the overall main bonus prompt. We can only complete that prompt once we have completed all the other prompts. So all of the main reading prompts and all the bonus prompts, and then we can do slaying it. So that is, we can use a completely different new book for that prompt, or we can redo another reading prompt or a bonus prompt, whatever we want to do, we can do that. But I've decided to go for like a totally different book that I want to read in December for that prompt, but I would be able to count it for a reading prompt, so I think it should be okay to count it. So those are all the main rules. I have all of my book picks on my phone, so I will go through all of the prompts and what the reading prompts are and what book I have picked for each prompt. Okay guys, so if you see me having to look down or look across anywhere, I'm checking my phone and I've got my iPad with the prompts listed down there. And also the majority of the books I picked out I don't physically own. I'm going to be reading them on Kindle or they are on KU, but I do have 1 or 2 of them that I do physically own, so I will actually show them in the video, but I will have to put pictures up for the rest of the books because I don't physically own them. So just to clarify that there. So for our first prompt, and I think I mentioned that I am on Team Candy Cane, which I'm really excited for. So my first prompt is for Dasher, which is a 10-point prompt, and that is to read a book that is recommended to you on social media or is a list recommendation from YouTube, Goodreads, Google, etc. So I have seen this book around a lot on a few couple of lists, and I've seen it mentioned in a couple of winter December TBRs, and it's a perfect Christmas romance, and it kicks off a new romance series which I'm really excited to pick up, and that is Lovelight Farms by B.K. Bodison. This is the first book in the Lovelight Farms series, and this is a Christmassy romance, and each book in this series is set in a different season. So first off we have winter and Christmas, and I just love, these are the Afterlight editions and they are just absolutely stunning. And in this we're following our main character who's called Stella, and she works at a Christmas tree farm, and the Christmas tree farm is kind of getting into a little bit of debt and just struggling to pay money for the Christmas tree farm, and she ends up entering this competition to basically win prize money via a social media influencer, and on the application she lies about having a boyfriend. She doesn't have a boyfriend. She lies on the application to say that she runs the cruise farm with her boyfriend, and her best friend, who is called Luca Peters, he ends up getting roped into becoming Stella's fake boyfriend, and it just goes from there, and it just sounds adorable, and I've heard really, really good things about it, and Steph has loved this series, and she gave this 5 stars, I believe, so I'm really, really excited to get to this one. Will their fake love affair save love like farms in time for Christmas? So it just sounds so adorable, and this edition is just so stinking cute. It's so cute and Christmassy, and I'm really excited for this one. So I'm going to be reading that one for the Dasher prompt. Prompt number 2 is Dancer, and that is going to be for 15 points. And for this one, we have to read a book genre that you feel matches your favourite music genre, i.e. pop for fantasy, rock and metal for thriller, horror, R&B for romance, etc. So I've decided to go for, I like all music. I like a bit of musical theatre, contemporary kind of style. So I have decided to go for a book I don't physically own. I'm going to be reading it on my Kindle, and that is The Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker. This is the first book in a new series as well, and this one I think we're following our main character who has to go over to Alaska to go and see her dad. I think her dad is unwell. He's a bit of an estranged dad, and she hasn't seen him for a long time, and she ends up going back to Alaska where he lives to, I think, rekindle their relationship, and there is a grumpy sunshine romance, I believe. So I'm really excited for this one, and it definitely gives me the winter kind of vibes, and this is, I know, one of Steph's favourite series as well, and she gave this recommendation to me as well, so I'm really excited to get to that one as well. Okay guys, so next up we have Prancer, which is a 10-point prompt, and that is to read a book where the synopsis mentions a named special event / date. So I've decided to go for obviously Christmas romance. Christmas is an event, so I think I should be okay to count that. So I've decided to go for Kiss Her Once for Me by Alison Cochrane. This is a sapphic romance. And we're following our main character, Ellie Oliver. She has her dream job in animation and a Christmas Eve meet cute with a woman at a bookstore that led her to fall in love over the course of a single night. But after a betrayal the next morning and the loss of her job soon after, she finds herself adrift, alone and desperate for money. Finding work at a local coffee shop, she's just getting through the days until Andrew, the shop's landlord, proposes a shocking, drunken plan, a marriage of convenience that will get him his recent inheritance and alleviate Ellie's financial woes and isolation. They make a plan to spend the holidays together there at his family's cabin to keep up the ruse, but when Andrew introduces his new fiancée to his sister, Ellie is shocked to discover it's Jack, the mysterious woman she fell over the course of one magical Christmas Eve the year before. Now Ellie must choose between the safety of a fake relationship and the risk of something real. Perfect for fans of Written in the Stars and One Day in December, Kiss Her Once for Me is the queer holiday rom-com that you'll want to cozy up next to the fire. So it sounds adorable, and I love the fact she falls for her fake relationship's sister. So, and I do have a similar book that's coming up later on in the TBR that kind of has a similar plot line, but I've been really meaning to get to this one for a long time, and I definitely need to read more sapphic romance because I don't read enough of it, which is terrible. So I think that this one will be a really fun one to pick up for the festive period. Okay guys, so next up we have Vixen, which is for 15 points, and for Vixen we have to read a book that you didn't buy, so Kindle Unlimited, library, or borrowed, or it's been gifted to you. So I've decided to go for a standalone fantasy, adult epic fantasy, that is currently on KU, so I'll be able to count it for that prompt, and that is The Sword of Kaigan by M.L. Wang. This has definitely been on my radar for a while. It's perfect that it's a standalone. I've been meaning to try this one for a while, and also Emma Wan's new release, The Blood Over Brighthaven, has come out recently, and that definitely really piques my interest as well, and I'm trying to get back into adult epic high fantasy, so hopefully that this one will be good, and it's standalone as well, so I don't have to commit to a huge series. So I actually have no idea about the plot of this one, but it looks like it's kind of got winter vibes, which is obviously perfect for our festive period. So it says on the synopsis here, A mother struggling to repress her violent past, a son struggling to grasp his violent future, a father blind to the danger that threatens them all. When the winds of war reach their peninsula, will the Matsuda family have the strength to defend their empire, or will they tear each other apart before the true enemies can even reach their shores? So it sounds like it's a proper family drama. This on the kind of backdrop of a war, which definitely piques my interest. So it sounds really good, and it's on Keyuser, so it'll definitely count for this prompt. So I'm really excited to pick that one up too. Okay guys, so next up we have the prompt for Comet, which is 15 points, and for this one we have to read a book that ends on the last digit of the day of your birth, i.e. the 28th would have to end in an 8. So my birthday is the 20th, so I had to try and find a book that had either 300 pages, 400 pages, 200 pages, that kind of thing, because it has a 0 at the end of it. So I found a book that has 400 pages exactly, which is perfect, and it is a wintry middle grade, and that is The Miraculous Sweet Makers, The Frost Fair by Natasha Hastings. I'll pop a picture up of the cover because it's so stinking cute. I really like the cover for it. It's so pretty. So I haven't read middle grades in a while, so I'm excited to have middle grades on my TBR. So for this one, the plot is, it's a cold winter during the Great Frost of 1683, so it's a little bit historical, which I do like in middle grades. So Thomasina and Anne are the best of friends, one running her father's sweet shop and the other the apprentice at the family's apothecary. Together they sell their goods on the frozen River Thames. When a family tragedy turns Thomasina's world upside down, she's drawn to a mysterious conjurer and the enchanted Frost Fair. But soon their world of Father Winter threatens to claim everything she holds dear. Will they be able to solve the magical mysteries that surround them? So it sounds really, really cute, and it's 400 pages exactly, so I'll definitely be able to count it for that prompt. Okay, so next up guys, we have the prompt for Cupid, and that is for 10 points. And for this one we have to read a book from an author that you have already given 5 stars. I think I did have a 5-star from this author. I will need to double check, but I'm pretty confident I did give the author's other book 5 stars. And I have decided to go for The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling. This is the 3rd book in, I don't know what the series is called, the X-Hex series. So I think I gave the X-Hex 5 stars, and it was cozy, witchy romance, grumpy sunshine romance. And in this one, it's set during winter, I think around Christmas time, and we're following Bowen and Tamsin, and they end up getting transported back to the Yuletide celebration of 1957. As Bowen and Tamsin work together to get back to the present, they must also face off with the origins of Tywell's house's haunting, the suspicions of the fellow witches, and the fact that somewhere between the mistletoe and the bonfire they might be falling in love. So I don't know if it's enemies to lovers, potentially. Witchy wedding of the century in the hopes of finally making a score big enough to retire. Just one priceless artefact from Tywell House would set her up for life. So it sounds really cute. I haven't actually read The Kiss Curse, so I don't know if I have to read that before I pick up The Wedding Witch. If I have time in November, I will quickly read The Kiss Curse. But yeah, I'm really, really excited for that one too. Okay guys, so next up we have the prompt for Donna, and that is 20 points, and that is to read a book where the cover contains one of the first 4 words you see in the word search grid on page 4. Must be a word from the list. So we had a word search where there's a list of different words, and we had to try and find 4 of them, and we could pick 1 word out of the 4 that we got, and the book has to have that word as an image on the cover, so something that's got it on the cover. I think it could be in the title as well, so you could count that as well. So my words that I found, if I remember correctly, I had lights, and I had flower, battle, and weapon. So I decided to go for the word lights, and the book that I've decided to go for that is Make the Season Bright by Ashley Herring Blake. And as you can see on the cover, there's lamplight on the cover, and I think that they're little stars, or I think it might be snowflakes. and it's got Bright in the title as well, so I've decided to go for that one. So this is a brand new release from Ashley Herring Blake, and it's sapphic romance again, so I've got a couple of sapphic romances on my TBR, which is great. So this one, we're following two exes find themselves stuck at the same house for Christmas in this holiday romance by Ashley Herring Blake. So we're following Charlotte Donovan, who hasn't seen her ex-fiance in 5 years. Sure, her single mother never checks in, but she has her strings assembled, the Rosalind Quartet, and her life in New York is a dream come true. As the holidays draw near, her ensemble mate Sloane persuades Charlotte and the rest of the quartet to spend Christmas with her family in Colorado. It is much cosier and quieter than Manhattan, and it was guaranteed more practice time for the quartet's upcoming tour. But when Charlotte arrives, she discovers that Sloane's sister Adele, who also brought a friend home, and that friend is none other than her ex, Brighton. All Brighton Fairbrooke wanted was to have the holliest, jolliest Christmas and try to forget that her band kicked her out, but instead she's stuck pretending like she and her ex are strangers, which proves to be difficult when Sloane and Adele's mum signs them up for an all series of Christmas dating events. Charlotte and Brighton are soon entrenched in horseback riding and cookie decorating, but Charlotte still won't talk to her. Brighton can hardly blame her after what she did. After a few days, however, they start to slip through memories, music. The way that they used to play together, Brighton on guitar, Charlotte on her violin, and it all feels painfully familiar. But it's all in the past and nothing can melt the ice in their hearts, right? So it sounds really, really, really cute. Sapphic romance again. I love the fact that they're both musicians as well. I love the fact that there's kind of music involved in the romance too, so second chance romance. So it sounds really, really cute, so I'm really excited to get to that one as well. Okay guys, so next up we have the prompt for Blitzen, and that is for 15 points, and that one is to choose 3 books that start with the same letter, randomly choose one of them to read, random number generator, and have someone choose. So I decided to go for 3 different books that had the letter T at the beginning of them, and I did a poll on the actual Discord for Reindeer Readathon, and the winner of the poll was The Nightmare Before Christmas by Sarah Rash. I have been meaning to get to this since I got it, and I'm really excited. This one is a queer Christmas romance mixed with Halloween, which is great. So we have Cole, who's the Prince of Christmas, but he'd honestly rather skip it this year. Wouldn't you, when your father, the reigning Santa, has turned it more into nothing than the family's latest PR stunt? But Cole has gotten into one scrape too many, and there's a surprise in store, a marriage to his best friend to unite their families in the perfect holiday photo moment. Then a rival arrives to challenge Cole for the princess's hand, and he's suddenly face to face with a past mistake, Hex, the deliciously handsome Prince of Halloween. Scuppering Santa's plans and falling for Christmas's biggest rival would be a complete disaster, wouldn't it? So it sounds adorable, and I'm really, really excited to get to it. And it's not too long either. I love the fact it's the Prince of Christmas and the Prince of Halloween. I think it sounds really, really good. So I'm really excited to get to that one too. Guys, and we have made it to our final main reading prompt, and that is for Rudolph, and that is for 15 points, and that is to read a debut novel. So the other book that's kind of got a summer plot line to make you Kiss Her Once for Me, and it's kind of basically got the similar kind of plot, so I think I will enjoy this one too, and that is Make You Mine This Christmas by Lizzie Huxley Jones, and this is a debut novel from her, and it's the same kind of vibe where our main character goes into a fake dating relationship. I think it's with her boss or her best friend, and she ends up going back to his family's house for Christmas, and she ends up falling in love with his sister. So it sounds really fun. I can't believe I got kind of the same plot in 2 different books, but I think it'll still be a fun time. I'll probably try not to read them as close together as possible because I don't want to get mixed up with which characters are what, but I'm really excited for that one too. So I will move on to the bonus prompts that we have. Okay guys, so I'm going to quickly run through the bonus prompts that we have and what books I've decided to pick for those prompts. So to kick off, we have Christmas Star, which is for 25 points, and that is to read a book over 500 pages. So for that one, I'm going to go for The Sword of Kaigan by Emma Wang. That's over, I think it's just over 600 pages, so I'll be able to count it for that prompt. Next up we have Christmas Lights, and that is for 15 points, and that is to read an ebook. So any of the books that I mentioned that I have pictures up for, I can count for that prompt, but I've decided to go for The Wedding Witch by Erin Sterling for that one. Next up we have Christmas Carols, and for 20 points, and that is to listen to an audiobook. So for that one, I've decided to go for Kiss Her Once for Me. I think I can get that on BookBeat. or I can get it on Everand potentially. I'll need to try and have a look, but if I can, I'll find an audiobook for one of the other books and put it down for that prompt. And next up we have Christmas Tree for 20 points, and that is to read a book that is branch out and read a book you wouldn't typically go for. So something, a genre that you don't typically read. And for that one I've decided to go for The Miraculous Sweetmakers, which is a middle grade. I haven't read middle grades for probably about a year or so now, so I'm trying to get back into that one, middle grade a little bit more, so I've decided to go for that one. And lastly we have Christmas Elf for 15 points, and that is to read a book that's been on your shelf TBR for a long time. And I've decided to go for The Simple World for that one, because Steph mentioned that one to me ages ago and I still haven't picked it up yet, so I've decided to go for that one. And for our final bonus prompt we have Slaying It, which is the 50-point prompt, and that is to, if you have completed all of your prompts and the Christmas bonus prompts, you can redo one prompt of your choice for extra points. And I have decided to go for a book that I've seen on several lists, or actually a book that is a debut book. So I've decided to go for Spark of the Everflame by Penn Cole. This is fantasy romance, and I've been meaning to get to this one for a while. I've seen it on KU for a while, but it's just got picked up by a publisher. So this one is, I think it's for fans if you love like ACOTAR, Serpent and the Wings of Night, and yep, I'm really excited. So we're following our main character, DM Ballatur, who's a healer. She's yearning to escape her tiny village of Emeron, a realm ruled over by cruel demigods known as the Descended. Although her parents have always tried to shield her from their brutality, DM's world changes forever when her mother goes missing, leading her to uncover a dangerous secret that links her family to the dreaded Descended in ways she never imagined. The journey to unravel the web of mysteries DM's mother left behind is long and treacherous, and soon leads her into the dark domain of those who rule her world, the Descended's royal palace itself. When the dying king's handsome, enigmatic heir is watching her every move, and ruthless rebel alliance urging her to join the looming civil war, DM must reevaluate everything she thought she knew to save her loved ones and finally discover the truth about her world. So it sounds amazing, and it's a 4-book series, I think. So the first book has only just come out with being picked up by a publisher recently, and I think the second book should be coming out next year, I believe. So yeah, I'm really excited to get to this one, and I just love this cover so much. It's so pretty. So yeah, that's all of my reading prompts for Reindeer Readathon. Okay guys, so I wanted to mention 3 other books that I would love to get to in the month of December. One of them is part of a read along that I didn't manage to get to this in November, so I wanted to pick this up in December, and that is Malice by John Gwynne. This is the first book in the Faithful and the Fallen series, and this is for Catch Up Book Club, which is hosted by Becca from Becca and the Books. There's a few other co-hosts. I think Gavin's going to be a co-host on this read along, and for the months of November and December we were reading Malice for the first book, and I haven't managed to get to it yet, so I do want to try and get to it in December because the live show is in January. The banished lands have a violent past, men and giants. Young Corbin watches enviously as boys become warriors and yearns to join them. Determined that he will make his family proud, it is only when everything he knows is threatened that he discovers the true cost of being a man. Decided between 2 champions, the Black Sun and the Bright Star, and with their coming will be a war to end all war. So it sounds really good. Next up is an anticipated read for me that I still have not got to yet, and that is Somewhere Beyond the Sea by T.G. Klune. This is the prequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea. I can't believe I haven't read this yet, and in this one we're following Arthur, who runs the House in the Cerulean Sea, and we get a little bit of his backstory, and Linus, who we met in the first book, and there's a new child that comes to join the House in the Cerulean Sea, and I think it causes a lot of problems for Arthur, and there's like a media kind of storm, and yeah, I think it just sounds really cute. So this is a charming and life-affirming sequel to The House in the Cerulean Sea, so it sounds adorable, and I have the signed indie bookshop edition with the sprayed edge, and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really excited for this one. Hey guys, I'm just quickly jumping in because there were some books I wanted to include on this TBR that I completely forgot to mention, but I do want to try and get to these books as well. So first off, I got this pretty much the other day in the November Fairy Loot adult box, and I'm just desperate to read this book as soon as I got it. And it is The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong. This is adult cozy fantasy, and this is on par with the most beautiful, stunning Fairy Loot edition that I have received this year. It is absolutely stunning. It is so pretty. Like, Fairy Loot just always outdo themselves so much. It is just... and look. It's so gorgeous. So this is adult cozy fantasy, and we're following our main character Teo. She roams the dusty countryside with only her mule for company, telling small fortunes for small prices. Big fortunes come with big consequences, which she knows from bitter experience. It's a lonely life until she encounters an ex-mercenary and a semi-reformed thief who recruit her into their desperate search for a lost child. Soon they're joined by a baker with a need for adventure, and of course a slightly magical cat. Teo sets down a new path with companions as big-hearted as her fortunes are small, but as her friends break down her walls, the shadows of her past close in. Now Teo must decide whether to risk everything to save the family she never thought she could have. A cosy fantasy about trying to find yourself and finding a family instead, perfect for fans of Legends and Lattes, A Psalm for the Wild Built, and The House in the Cerulean Sea. So I think this book and me are just going to gel so well. It sounds so up my street, and it's just the most stunning book I've ever seen in my life, and I am just truly obsessed. So of course I want to try and get to this by the end of the year. It is just absolutely stunning. Okay, next up is a book that I've seen fairly recently, and I didn't realise that this was like set during the winter time, and it's a fantasy, and it's basically Beauty and the Beast retelling mixed with Hades and Persephone, so that definitely ticks my box. And the book in question is The North Wind by Alexandra Warwick. I can't speak. Warwick. So this is, it says on the synopsis here, an absolute must-read for romantasy fans who love the ACOTAR series, which I do, by Sarah J. Maas. The North Wind is an addictive, sexy and enchanting enemies to lovers fantasy romance inspired by Beauty and the Beast and the Greek myth of Hades and Persephone. So it sounds really, really, really good. Perfect for fans of SGM, Jennifer L. Armentrout, Raven Kennedy and Scarlett Sinclair. So yeah, it definitely sounds up my street for sure, and this cover is just absolutely stunning, so I wanted to add that on my TBR as well. Another book that I wanted to try and get to is romance, contemporary romance, which is The Most Wonderful Crime of the Year by Ali Carter. This looks really, really fun. It's, again, enemies to lovers. We follow Maggie Chase and Ethan Watt. She's the new queen of the cozy mystery. He's Mr. Big Time Thriller guy. They hate each other's guts. When they both accept a cryptid invitation to attend a Christmas house party at the English estate of a reclusive fan, neither is expecting their host to be the most powerful author in the world, Eleanor Ashley, the Duchess of Death herself. Then under the cover of night, the weather turns, and in the morning, Eleanor is gone. This Christmas, rivals will have to become allies, and maybe more, if they have any hope of saving Eleanor, assuming they don't kill each other first. So it sounds so much fun. The bridge is shut, the phones are down, the most famous mystery writer in the world just disappeared out of a locked room 3 days before Christmas. So it sounds really, really fun, and this cover just looks so much fun. I'm absolutely obsessed with it. So I wanted to add that one on my TBR too. And also, I wanted to try and get to the third book in the what's the series called? The Dream Harbour series by Laurie Gilmore, and that is The Christmas Tree Farm by Laurie Gilmore. So this is the third book in the Dream Harbour series. I haven't read the Cinnamon Bun bookstore yet. I do want to try and get to that in November, so I think I might pick that up next. So this one is about Kira North hates Christmas, so it's Grumpy Sunshine, and she's the grumpy, which is unfortunate since she just bought a Christmas tree farm in a town that's too cute for its own good. Bennett Ellis is on vacation in Dream Harbour, taking a break from his life in California, and most importantly, taking a break from his latest run of disastrous dates. After running with Kira in her fields, Ben has no intention of offering to help the grumpy owner set up her tree farm, despite the fact she's clearly got no idea what she's doing. Kira knows she should stop being so stubborn, but her farm is not all cute and cosy like people always show on social media. It's borderline dangerous with no heating, and she'd rather no one saw it. But somehow fate finds Ben at Kira's farm once more, and as Kira watches him swing an axe at the first tree, she finds herself appreciating his strength and questioning why she refused help in the first place. The Christmas Tree Farm is a spicy romantic mystery with the HEA guaranteed. So we've got Grumpy Sunshine, small town, fox personality, one bed, and a second chance romance. So it sounds really, really, really cute. So I want to try and get to that before the end of the year. I think it'll be perfect for festive season as well. And I want to also get to, there's another book I want to get to. I want to try and start another contemporary romance series, and that is Here With Me by Brooke Montgomery. This is the first book in the Sugarland Creek series. Steph has been reading this series recently. I think she's really, really been enjoying it. So this is the first book, Here With Me. And this one is a forbidden age gap standalone from small town romance author Brooke Montgomery about a daring horse trainer and her off-limits ex-boyfriend's dad. So yeah, it's an age gap romance, which I don't tend to read a lot of. The only one that I really, really enjoyed was Heartless by Elsie Silver. That's probably the only one I've really, really enjoyed. So I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one, because age gap romances tend to be not my thing, but Elsie Silver, Heartless, that was a win for me. So hopefully that this one is a positive one for me. So Here With Me is book 1 in the Sugarland Creek series. Each book in the Southern Small Town series is a standalone and ends in Unhappily Ever After. So that's always positive anyway. So yeah, it sounds really, really, really good. And it's on KU as well, so I'll be able to get it off of KU as well. So if I do enjoy them, I might try and get physical copies as well. So any excuse to buy myself more books. And yeah, I think that was it. So I wanted to quickly just pop on and add those extra books on this TBR as well. So I am really, really excited for my December TBR. I can't believe we're in the final month of the year. So I wanted to just add on those books as well while I remembered to add them onto this video. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. Okay guys, and the final book I'm going to put on my TBR is just something that I have been meaning to get to for a while since it came in Fairy Loot, and that is The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle. This is a stunning Fairy Loot edition, and I've been meaning to pick it up since I got it. This was in the September adult YA book. Honestly, I can't speak. This is a fiery enemies to lovers romance set. There's cloaks and daggers, there's like assassins, and it just sounds really, really, really good. And I mean, the end papers definitely give me like enemies to lovers vibes. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm just really, really excited to get to this one. So that is everything that I'm going to put on my December TBR. Okay guys, so that is my complete December Christmas TBR, and I'm so excited for all of these book picks. Do let me know down in the comments below what your festive reading plans are. If you're doing any festive readathons, let me know which ones you're doing. If you're going to take part in Reindeer Readathon, let me know what team you're on. Hopefully you're on Team Candy Cane, which is the winning team. Fingers crossed. But if you watched this video but didn't have anything to say, leave me a Christmas tree emoji or something festive to do with Christmas. So I really hope that you enjoyed my TBR video, and I'm really excited for the festive period. I will have my 12 books from 12 friends list video go up in December. I'm going to do 12 books from 12 friends again, and I'm really excited for the book picks. I'm just waiting, I've got one more spot left, so I'm just waiting for that person to get back to me with their book pick. So I am really excited for that one, and I am just really excited for, I can't believe we're at the end of the year already, but I'm already excited for 2025. I think it's just going to be so much fun, and I'm really going to be making an effort with my booktube channel in 2025. So yeah, if you liked this video, give me a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it, and I will see you guys all in my next video very, very soon. Bye guys.